life insurance and we have term insurance. What's the difference?
Okay. So term insurance is a type of life insurance. Okay, so in essence, life insurance is a type of insurance. So we have three main lines of insurance. We have life insurance, we have general insurance, like motor vehicle insurance and all. Then we have medical insurance. So those are like the three key lines of insurance. So now life insurance is the cover you take to protect yourself in the event of death. Okay? In the event of, critical illness, in the event of disability. Okay? And under life insurance, we have many types of life insurance. So we have whole life insurance, we have term life. Now that's the one you are referring to. We have term life insurance, we have last expense, we have endowment policies such as education policies, we have unit-linked products. So we have many types of life insurance policies. Yes.
In terms of what have you called that? The one for schooling.
Yes.
Why is it important for me to take insurance for maybe my kids' schooling and stuff?
So I'll tell you something, Tracy. I know you're young. Kids have not yet checked in. But I'll tell you, with what we learned in 2020, 2021, is that life is uncertain. There's nothing that's guaranteed. Number one, and I always tell my clients, the importance of doing education planning through an education policy is number one, you can start saving today. Okay? So you save. Hii ni akiba yako, sindio? And this money is earning a moderate interest. And then say by the time your baby gets to junior secondary school, you start receiving school fee payouts. So you get money that you put into the school fee. Or you can decide, I will not save. And you wait for junior high to get here. And when you get there, what do? January gets here, you don't have school fee, you run to the SACCO to borrow. So you go borrow money and you pay back that money to your SACCO with interest. So you get to decide if you want to be the parent, the smart parent, who started saving kitambo. So that at that point, when their child is in that junior high, they don't have to borrow any money. They don't have to go into debt, And the money they've been saving over time has actually earned interest for them. Okay? Number two, why we do education planning is, let's say one parent puts money, let's say, into a bank savings account. Okay? Another parent purchases an education policy. So when this parent purchases an education policy, they are told, let's say they're paying 10,000 shillings. And the parent who's put money in the bank is also contributing 10,000 every month. So for the life policy, the client is told, when your child, let's say, gets to junior secondary, we will be paying you, let's say, 200,000 every year. And the one at the bank is told, when your child gets to junior secondary, we will give you the money that you have been saving over time, right? 1 year down the line, both these parents pass away. Okay? The parent who took an education policy, the family will be paid money immediately, as a life insurance. There's a life insurance amount that's paid immediately. And then when their child gets to junior secondary, that education policy itamlipa until huyo mtoto amalize. So if it was 200k every year, junior sec 1, junior high 2, junior high 3, senior secondary 1, senior secondary 2, senior secondary 3, and possibly even paid into university. This really depends with what kind of policy you had taken. The parent who had money in the savings account at the bank, after 1 year, the most the family will be given is the 10,000 you were saving times 12, 120k, plus any interest earned on that money, and that's it. So these parents who took an education plan, their vision, the vision they had, the dream they had that my child must, I want my child to go to this kind of school, So he had already secured their future. Okay? So that's the element of life insurance that your bank Your fund manager through that money market account cannot do for you. But life insurance, I always say that life insurance is that one friend that, when misfortune befalls you or befalls, your family, okay, life insurance always stands by you. Okay, the right life insurance policy will always be there to ensure that, even if the parent is not there, watoto watasoma. A good education policy will ensure that even if this parent, let's say, gets a critical illness, that the policy will say, here is a little money towards your education, towards your medical costs. Stop paying premiums. When that child gets to junior high, as we committed from day one, we shall be paying that 200K per year. Yes. So life insurance really stands in for those risks that we may not see now. And I always say, if you ever come across a family, that received a payout when calamity hit, when death happened in their home or critical illness or disability, then you will actually get to hear a testimony of what insurance does for people. Yes.
How many kids am I supposed to get an education plan with? Do you have a specific number, or if you have 10 kids, you can take all of them?
Exactly. Ukiwa na kumi and you can afford, okay, there's no limitation. Okay, you can actually take as many policies as you wish for your children. Okay, as long as you can afford it. I always say, as long as you can keep up with your monthly premiums, then you're good to go.
Okay, and do we have that insurance where me as a parent, I can take a life insurance for my kids?
Not really. So we do have a cover called the last expense policy, last expense nile ya mazishi. But it's also limited as to how much you can cover your children. Especially in Kenya, for children below 10 years, you cannot cover them for more than 100,000 shillings. Yes. So that's just to avoid people possibly harming their children so that they can go and claim money. You get? Yes. So you find that when it comes to children, because otherwise, human nature, you can never know what's inside people's heads. Children are also delicate. Someone could go through maybe a hard time and decide, hey, this child is insured for 5 million. You get? Let me, okay, it's hard to even think of it. But so you find that most life insurance policies, you can only take them once you turn 18. Tracy, you can take a policy now. You are eligible. You can take a policy by yourself because you're an adult.
I'm silly.
Yes. But yeah, that's how it mainly works. Children are protected by law. You cannot insure them for more than 100,000. But as a parent, you can take a policy on your own life and nominate your children as the beneficiaries, so that when something happens to you, the money is paid now to your beneficiaries. Yes.
And if I insure myself as I take insurance for my life, but can I take insurance for myself and maybe my spouse insurance, the same life insurance?
Yes. We do have what we call joint life insurance. So yes, as a couple, this is mainly for couples, domestic partners or married people. So yes, you can take a joint life cover, which is very important, especially in a case, so that should anything happen to either of the partners in the home, let's say you lose your husband, then the surviving spouse is paid, whatever sum assured they had insured with the insurance company. So let's say if they had a 10 million death benefit with their life cover, then the 10 million is paid to the surviving partner so that aendelee kulinda familia and taking care of the family. So yes, you can take a joint life cover, which is something that I really recommend for families. You know, as long as you trust your spouse, and as long as you're in this together, you want to protect each other. You want to ensure that should anything happen to me, my children, my wife, my husband, they're not left here wondering where will we get food from. Yes, so it's possible to take a joint life cover.
Okay, and under the joint life insurance cover, najua kuna men out here polygamous, right?
Yeah.
Can I take the joint polygamous insurance?
Oh wow!
Can I take the joint insurance cover for both my wives?
Yes, actually, because this cover you can take. You are not asked for a marriage certificate. You're not asked for a marriage certificate. So even and especially in our culture where we even do kamwe stays, and that's actually your wife. In our culture where we do rurashio and there's really no formal document to show at these two are partners. So that's why I mentioned even for domestic partners. Okay, for domestic partners, you can take a joint cover. So maybe you can decide I want to take, if I have two husbands, I'll take maybe my husband A and husband B. I think that's possible. However, I've not come across a polygamous, setup or polyandrous setup that has done that.
They didn't know, so now they know. So, Mama Bima, I want to take for both my wives. And
yes.
Okay.
But those would be two separate policies.
Okay.
So not the three of you. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not the three of you in one cover. That would be, maybe a cover with my wife, a cover with my husband, a cover with my husband.
And what happens if, the husband who has two wives dies? How will you divide the money or the investment in the joint insurance?
But you see, we said these are totally separate policies. Mm-hmm. Okay? So let's say company, this husband took a policy with this wife, and maybe he's gone to another company taking a policy that's different. Those are totally different joint life policies. So if he had taken that policy, it was still in force, he was still paying premiums, then at the point of claiming, let's say if he passes away, his wife maybe who had this joint life policy, she's going to come and claim that, and this other one, they'll do a separate claim. Yes.
And when I take that claim, how long will it take for me to get back money?
The pay? I'll tell you. So it really depends with which policy. For example, the funeral expense policies in Kenya, they take at most 48 hours. Also, the life insurance companies, they know the urgency of this money, okay? If you're talking of a policy like whole life, the best provider in our market, actually in 72 hours, you have your whole life payout. Okay, so you can imagine this is a policy at 10M, 20M. We have people in this market, who even insure up to 80 million, 100 million, and that is paid within 72 hours. So, because when it comes to a matter of death, okay, also they understand, some of these policies are meant to even take care of the last expenses, the burial costs and everything. So with a good agent, with a good provider, okay, once you have done all your claims process, you have brought whatever documents they need, that will be processed very fast. Yes.
So would you advise someone young like me to take a life insurance?
So this is what I'll tell you. Not every young person really needs life insurance. Okay? It's not every person, especially at this point, maybe you don't have dependents, and you're thinking, do I really need life insurance? There are some covers that may be important, like a critical illness benefit. Squeezy, these critical illnesses like cancer, kidney failure, hazichagui. Sometimes you'll come across a very young person who's gotten a critical illness, right? So when you're this young, you may consider a life insurance cover like a disability cover, okay? You may consider maybe a critical illness cover. But some of the key questions, for you to be sure, do I really need life insurance? Do I not? You could ask yourself, do you have any dependents? Because you could be young, you could be single, but yet maybe you're the one taking care of your family at home. Do I have any children that I want to leave wealth for? You could be young, but you have a child, right? So in that case, that may tell you, yes, I need life insurance, You may ask yourself, do I have debt? You may find a young person maybe who has a mortgage, already they've purchased a home, and should they maybe pass away, that asset may be in jeopardy. It may be taken back by the seller or whoever, the bank, yeah? So there are some questions you can ask yourself to guide you, on whether, you need life insurance. You may be young and you want to leave a legacy, You may be young and you have this charitable heart where you want to leave, you've earmarked, this is the charity, and I want to leave my millions to. So these are some of the things, these are some of the things that can guide you on whether you should take up life insurance. But I'll tell you for sure, not every young person really needs life insurance. But you see, as life happens, as your marital status changes, as maybe you get children, as you become a big business owner and possibly go into a partnership where you and your partner at the business actually feel it's important we get keyman insurance so that should one of us pass away, there's an amount that's paid into the business to ensure business continuity. You get? So as life happens, as things change, then you'll actually start seeing the value of life insurance in your life.
That's so good. So as we wrap up this video, kindly tell us some of the benefits to me as when I take insurance, life insurance cover and business cover.
Okay, so guys, the key thing when it comes to insurance is that insurance protects you from financial ruin. Okay, whether it's in an individual capacity or at a business level, insurance will ensure that there's continuity, should you pass away. It will ensure that should you be diagnosed with that critical illness and you have, you need 3.5 million, you need 4 million to go to India and go through treatment, that 5 million payout from your critical illness cover will ensure that you wouldn't even need to tell the world kuna shida that you're going through. You'll just go through your treatment politely, no WhatsApp groups, no nothing. It gives you back that, dignity. Okay? So insurance stands with you when disaster strikes, and the same thing even with business insurance. When you have your motor vehicle out there and you have your comprehensive cover and the vehicle is involved in an accident and it's a write-off, as a business person you're not wondering, where do I remove money to buy another car? The first thing you're doing is call Mama Bima. Call Mama Bima, nimepata abstracts, tell her to send me the claim form so that the insurance company can pay me back my vehicle. Okay? So that is what insurance is for. We need insurance, both in our individual capacities, at a business level, because it really helps us, it really protects us from financial ruin. And it's also, I always say, when it comes to life insurance, I always say life insurance is that last love letter that you leave for your family. Okay, and I have my good friend Lynn, who keeps telling me, you like talking so much about life insurance, and I keep telling her, by the way, I will only stop talking about life insurance when people stop dying without it. Ile siku I will know, hey, Kenyans are now totally covered. People have seen the essence of why we take these life insurance policies. You'll never hear from me. Yes, but until then, it's important that we keep sensitizing people on the importance of insurance. We need people to keep hearing testimonials of what insurance has done in people's lives, in business owners' lives, so that we also see the essence and the need for this covered, and to also understand that insurance is affordable. Insurance, by the way, is not expensive. It's affordable. It's something that if you actually budget for, you can actually be able to keep up with the premium payments. Yes.
Okay, and how much do I need to put in my life insurance or business?
Okay, so when it comes to your life cover, no, let me start with the business. So we said business, it really varies depending on what policy it is. And when it comes to life insurance, in our Kenyan market, the best life insurance policies, anything from about 3,000. Actually, for you, Tracy, I could even get you covers for as low as 2K. Okay, so anything from about 3,000 per month, you will have a robust cover. You know, so really, it really depends with uwezo wako umefika wapi. We have people in this Kenyan market who contribute as much as 1 million shillings per month into life insurance. Okay, there are those who do 200K, then kuna wale wa 5K, 2K. So it's how much, you know. The key thing is ensure that whatever you're contributing is sustainable, because life insurance is a long-term commitment, and it's one of those commitments that you have to honor each and every month. Okay, so just ensure that the premiums that you get started with, these are premiums that you can sustain in the long term. Yes, you'd rather start small and build over time than start big and start struggling maybe 6 months into the policy. Yes.
Get that. Love that. Yes. Sorry. Hope you learned something from this video. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, like, share kabisa. You share, and yeah, that's it for today. Hope you learned something and enjoyed my video. Till next time, bye.
Bye.